Hello beautiful human, welcome to this episode of School of Tao. This episode is all about co-creating consciously your reality and how to dialogue with the greater universe and to expand and reach higher timelines and actually activate the life that you really want. It takes a lot of strength and courage. Like in the collective majority consciousness field, there are so many should-isms, so many fear-based decisions being made. And this is all like passed down actually ancestrally. So there is still some scarcity and lack and fear-based mentality that is in the collective consciousness in lower stratas. And it can be really easy to get distracted by this and to tune out of actually the light of your soul and your deeper knowing, your true core knowing of why you're here, and to be distracted or start sinking in with or in training with collective thinking, rather than coming back to yourself and tuning into your soul and really just asking, why am I here on this earth? Why have I incarnated? What am I here to do? And this in itself is a powerful question. Just to write an answer, I am here on earth too. My earth errand is, my mission is, my purpose in life is, where I add value is, and answer as explicitly and exhaustively as you can. And just ask, heart, what do you wish? Soul, what do you know? And write any words, however nonsensical it comes out, however unstructured, just pour out. Invite in your highest self and ask your highest self to write through you and receive every piece of information, however abstract it lands, as it comes through, as it comes to you. So your intuition will keep you in the path, on the path of your highest aligned expression. And this doesn't mean that you won't have to go through obstacles and challenges. As we expand and as we grow, we're always being brought tests of our sincerity and things to take us through higher and bigger thresholds. In a sense, we almost have to take risks to show that we trust, to place our trust in the larger universe, actually, which is a placing of trust in ourselves. So this is back to the aligned action. So your intuition is your inner teacher, it's your inner tuition. And it's completely nonsensical, it's completely non-linear and non-rational, but it is your path of least resistance. So even if it's taking you into an experience where you think, oh my gosh, why did I have to learn that? Trust that the universe is always taking you into places of expansion. It is always benevolent. It always has your highest interests at heart. And sometimes this means that we go through experiences that are challenging or that induce pain or create pain. But actually, at the same time, paradoxically, these experiences are always embodying us with deep wisdom. If you think about the ways that you've transformed in the largest ways, almost exclusively, it's on the back of something that was deeply challenging or deeply painfully opening. And there is something about pain that breaks and cracks the heart open. And from here, we can expand into bigger and higher aspects of our being. So to co-create consciously with the universe, first of all is to understand that there are all these energetic blueprints. They're called morphogenetic blueprints and they're everywhere around you in the potential field. And according to how your body is vibrating will determine what thought patterns and energetic blueprints you can connect with and consciously conceive of. So when you receive these ideas and impulses intuitively, kind of impulsively, immediately, when you're open and your body is relaxed, these are for sure for you. And they're there to be implemented, but they do require your will and your discipline and like your sun. This is really to do with your solar plexus, your navel center, the place of the umbilical cord. This is really like your connection to bring forth and connect fully with your source. It's your connection to your life force and your illumination and your capacity to radiate, like shine your fullest, however uncomfortable it makes other people feel. So spirit will give you information that's connected to your map of potentiality, but it's up to you as to whether you action it. And your body will come into greater and greater states of ease the more aligned you are with your soul and your purpose and your mission on earth. So this could be a great indication, just monitoring when you make an action, how does this feel in your body? Does it feel expansive or does it feel inhibiting, contracting? Like Does it give you freedom or promote freedom of your expression, or does it do the opposite? And this is a great indication. It's a really quick go-to. It's like amplify or inhibit, really in anything, like in work, prospects or creations, or with relationships, literally anything. And then the next thing is, there are things for you to do and there are things for the universe to do that will be created through your energetic signature, through the way that you're radiating out, through the strength of your heart and your passion. So you can think about things that you want, you need, you desire, and actually things that you have to do. There are some very practical earthly things that we have to do that sometimes we really don't want to do, but that are very necessary. Sometimes we can get really etheric and floating because it's so light and magical up there. But our job, our work, is to bring those codes down, bring them into the body and action them and make them manifest. And we have to do this in a very practical way. It's kind of actually very masculine to earth things, I feel. So yes, writing a list, like everything that you want, need, would like, desire, and then also thinking about the things that you are prepared to action now. What can you do now? What are you ready to do now without resistance? What are you non-resistant to? You could actually also maybe make a sub-pile, a sub-list of things that you feel slightly resistant to. And I will do another episode on releasing resistance. But for now, let's focus on the things that you are ready to action. So underline those or put them in a separate column that are like for you, things that you're going to do, like in the immediate or near immediate future. And then write down, like for as long as possible, as exhaustively as possible, all the things that you desire around that, connected to that, anything that you can think of, small or large, and then release it into the universe. You can create ritual around this, you can write it down, you can put it on your altar, you can speak it and speak it and speak it. You can speak it into water and drink that water so you really embody those desires. And then release all attachment. There cannot be any want or lacking. There has to be this sense of knowing that you create through your words, through your heart, through your writings, actually, which galvanize and concretize these desires. As soon as you birth and start to, really imagine this idea coming into being, it's already brewing. This energetic blueprint is starting to come through into its birth form, and you can trust in that knowing. It is a spiritual law of nature. So your heart vibrations, your intentionality, your focus around that thing, provided you're not resistant to it and blocked in any way, then it will come, it will arrive. And this brings the trustful knowing of the release. So you write down everything that you can do. So you have to cooperate and participate. So you can underline all the actions, inspired natural actions towards your greater, higher vision, and then all the other things that the universe could help you out with and that you would be really appreciative of. And then release them and see how the universe starts to provide for you. And this actioning, aligned or combined with this sense of trustful knowing in things coming and how you create, will start to develop your trust in the greater universe and the benevolence of it, and in your power as a creator. So your words are super powerful, your intentions are, what you write is, and the things that you're emitting and vibrating out. So permit your desires and what you wish for and want for. Ask for what you want. It's perfectly reasonable and beautiful and actually necessary to ask for what you want. And to ask for universal support as a part of you as a part of it, and the greater landscape of reality. And, you are completely interconnected. And so, when the universe brings you something, you can thank the universe and you can thank yourself for your non-attachment, for your beautiful allowance of your desires, because we've been so conditioned to kind of push those down and really live in this kind of should, obligatory, like, I'm just going to deny myself pleasure because, life's meant to be hard work. I'm only working when I'm completely knackered, which couldn't be further from the truth. When you're in vibrations of love and passion and ecstasy and awe and wonder and joy and delight, this is when you start to see things manifest. And be as specific as possible. Like, the finer the details, the more clear the universe is about what you would like. And the universe loves specificity. Like, it's so helpful. Like, the more details, the more you can imagine, the more you can write, the more you can explicitly state and stand in this place of like, this is what I would like, this is what I'm desiring, and then let it go, the easier it is to come to you. We are always manifesting out of the quantum field. So there's all these potentials and possibilities for you. And according to what you lock in with your concentration and focus, like, there is not just one destiny for you. There is not just one timeline. There's multiples. And whatever you're conceiving of in that moment, when you invite your highest self in, is your highest possible alignment in that moment. But it requires that action. And the action is necessary because it will take you into places that you will have to discover something, or embody a wisdom, or go through a challenge and pass through a threshold. And just following that, and staying unwaveringly in that truth that comes to you in that moment, because it's always going to be changing, as everything in the universe keeps changing and reconfiguring according to everybody's free will. So your alignment has to adjust as well. So it's never concrete. You can never hang your hat on anything. We have to stay fluid and adaptable every day, checking in, like ideally meditating at least 15 to 30 minutes to check in with your beautiful soul and what's most aligned for you. What is your path of least resistance in that moment? So unwaverability is essential. If you start moving around from your place of certainty and you're not sure and you waver, it's completely impossible actually for the wave function to lock in that way that you are certain about. So standing in your place of truth and not moving, even when the universe brings you tests, it might be like, oh, you might like this, and it's half of what you want, or it's even like 75% of what you want, or 90%. But actually what you've called in is something even higher than that, and it's totally possible for you. You know that because you conceived of it. So when the universe brings you tests, stand in your place of unwaverability and certainty. And this keeps the wave function growing and bringing your realized manifestation to you. So, beautiful human, until the next episode of School of Tao, I hope some of this has landed with you in a very resonant way and that you get something very useful from it and practical magic. Let me know how this lands, or if you try it out, or if you've got any questions in the comments below, and I will see you in the next episode of School of Tao. Mwah.